Hello everybody, this is Evan Rogers coming at you with the super exciting JLPT N4 listening. We are on the first question. We have gone over some of the instructions and the practice, the example I should say, and now we are going on to the actual questions. I'm adjusting my microphone. I hope it's not too loud for you guys, sorry. Links in the description for all the ways to get in contact with me and ways to support me so I can keep making these daily videos on Subscribestar and Patreon. There are additional rewards that you get if you subscribe that way. And that's like, subscribe, share, send it through all your social media so people know I exist and the word spreads, and that's always a good thing. The reason why there's no ads is because of the Patreon subscribers right now. And I will be quiet. Let's jump on in. I have the script up, and, well, at least, yeah, it's a long one. Some of these sentences are pretty long. But let's go ahead and listen, and we'll go through the grammar after that.
1番
本屋で店の人と女の人が話しています。店の人は
Well, no, let's do it sentence by sentence. Here we go. So we just had 本屋で店の人と女の人が話してます。Honestly, there is nothing new to the N4 here. This should all pretty much be covered in the N5 grammar. 話してます just to make sure. 話してます is the te form of 話します. 話す turns into 話して. And the 言います with the te form means currently doing. Here it means currently doing. I have another video talking about that, but nothing too exciting there. Let's hear the next one.
店の人は何を使って絵本を包みますか？
Great. Okay, so mise no hito wa, as for the person, what mise no hito, as for the store person, the store clerk, nani o tsukatte. So this te form usage, we're seeing a lot more te form usage in the N4. So this is sort of with the te form, the way it basically translates to is what comes after it happens after this. So the example I always give is I woke up, ate breakfast, brushed my teeth, took a shower, went to school. There's an order to that. You went to school having taken a shower, you took a shower having brushed your teeth, you brushed your teeth having eaten breakfast, and you ate breakfast having woken up. Each one of those little sentences is the te form. That's how that works. So, nani o tsukatte, using what? Ehon o tsutsumimasu. Ehon is a picture book. Must be buying it for like his or her daughter. Looks like M is the shop clerk, so it looks like her daughter might be getting a picture book tonight. Tsutsumimasu is to wrap something. Tsutsumu, like you take a gift and you're gonna wrap it all up. Wrap it up. Okay, and let's continue. There's nothing to this is N4. This is N4 N5 grammar. Nothing too exciting going on here. Let's listen to what they have to say. I'm gonna make sure that we can hear it as we go.
いらっしゃいませ。
この絵本をください。贈り物なのできれいに包んでくれませんか？
Okay, great. いらっしゃいませ. Welcome to my store. I bluntly say greetings to you. この絵本をください. There's no N4 grammar happening here. Just remember that kudasai is, although not actually a verb, it comes from a verb, and the verb is please somebody else. You give to me is basically what it translates. So notice that's a give verb, not a receive verb. It means to give. So the thing that the speaker wants the other person to give to her is an ehon, which marks by the o particle. Okurimono nanode. Okay, so okurimono, a gift, basically something I'm going to give to somebody. Notice it's a noun. It's a noun. So okurimono na, and then we're encountering no de. No de here as a conjunction translates to because of what comes before this. So it's very similar to kara. Notice how this no is functioning like a noun, and thus we have okurimono na no de. It almost literally means being that it is this way. So being that I am. So the de is kind of like the te form of the des. So de, being. And then no is we're stating a fact. Or this no after a na or after an e adjective or after a verb kind of means like fact, noun. So being that it is a gift and actually the is a gift is the na here. So na functions like is. So it is a gift. Hang on. There we go. It is a gift. Being that the situation is, that's what this no is doing. Being that the situation is that it is a gift. So we have two is here. We have na being an is. This is the na after in a na adjective is a. This isn't actually a na adjective. Sorry, this is a noun. But this na it comes before no de when we're dealing with a nominal. Nominals are na adjectives, nouns, and no adjectives. And okurimono is a noun, and thus before no de, we have to put this na there. Okurimono na no de. So once again, this is basically the word is, na, and then the no here is also like the word is. So being that the situation is that it's a gift, that's a really detailed analysis of this. If you just want to memorize it, no de means because of what comes before it. And when we're dealing with a nominal, we have to have the na there. So okurimono na no de. Okurimono na no de, being that it's a gift, kirei ni tsutsунde kuremasen ka? Kirei ni, notice kirei is a na adjective, but we're using it to modify tsutsунde kudasai, kuremasu. So kirei ni, when we use the na, instead of the na, we use a ni, it makes it an adverb. So we're saying prettily, cutely, cleanly tsutsunde. And we already talked about how tsutsumu up here was to wrap. So kirei ni tsutsunde, te form is tsutsunde. Please wrap cleanly, carefully, prettily. Te form plus kureru is very similar to the te kudasai, please do for me, the te kureru. Here she's using te kuremasen ka, so couldn't you please? So notice the won't you please, it's a negative question, so it's an invitation. Won't you please wrap it nicely, so to speak? Won't you please wrap it cleanly and prettily? この絵本をください。贈り物なので、きれいに包んでくれませんか? Alright, great, let's continue on. Are we still able to see this? The end of this next sentence is getting clipped off by my logo, but it just ends in deshoka. So let's go ahead and listen to it, and you can hear what I'm talking about. Here we go.
はい。包む紙は2種類あります。
Okay, so let's just go right there. はい。包む紙は2種類あります. Okay, notice there's no ga particle here or anything, so 2種類 is acting like an adjective. Two kinds. Two is ni is two. You can see that it's a two. Shurui is kinds, flavors, styles, things like that. Arimasu is there are / we have two kinds. And what do we have two kinds of? We have two kinds of tsutsumu kami. All right, so once again, tsutsumu, to wrap, and kami, paper. So paper, wrap paper. Okay, so what's happening here is tsutsumu is a verbal, verbal, and just like other verbals, i.e. e adjectives, for example, e adjectives, they can just go straight into a noun. So tsutsumu kami means, and we this is how we make relative clauses. So this is paper that we that we wrap. So the paper that wraps, the paper that I use to wrap, the paper that I wrap. So this is basically the way of saying wrapping paper. We are modifying the word kami with the verbal tsutsumu in some way, shape, or form, and here our brains have to make the jump of wrapping paper, tsutsumu kami, paper that is in some way related to wrapping, to wrap. Notice how the verb tense here does matter. So this is almost like maybe the paper that I will wrap, the paper that I can, that I will wrap with, or that I do wrap with. It's not tsutsunda. Tsutsunda would be that I did wrap. Tsutsumu is that I will or do wrap. It is incomplete. Okay, so hai, tsutsumu kami wa 2種類あります. Let's keep on trucking. Once again, this next sentence is going to end in deshouka, if you can't read it. Deshouka.
こちらの船の絵と花の絵とどちらがいいでしょうか?
Alright, so this deshouka ending is just I'm throwing out information and seeing how you feel about it. So he goes, blah, 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 どちらがいいでしょうか? Which one would probably be good for you? What do you think would be kind of good for you? So we're seeing this tentative form, this deshouka, and in the previous one we saw What was the verb? It was like something roka. I forget what it was. Sorry, I could look up, but that's just going to waste time. I'm trying to keep these videos short. So deshoka is kind of like, how do you figure? What do you think? How about that? So dochira ga ii deshoka? I is nice. Dochira ga ii deshoka? Which one of those would be nice, do you think? Kind of a feeling. Having a question that ends in the tentative, this o sound ka, is very much like I'm saying something, but I'm trying to feel what you think of. I'm tentatively suggesting something. That's why this is called the tentative. So, dochira ga ii deshou ka? Which one of those do you think might be good? Okay, so he gave us an option. He said, kochira no fune no e to hana no e to dochira ga ii deshou ka? Notice he gives us two options, fune no e and hana no e. I got the to there. Hana no e. And after each one, he has to and to. The second to isn't 100% necessary, but it is grammatically more accurate than not having it. So kochira no, these over here by me, fune no e, these boat pictures. So we're talking about the wrapping paper with boat pictures, or wrapping paper with hana no e, pictures of flowers. So between these two, hana no e to, fune no e to, dochira ga ii deshou ka? Which one of those would you like? All right, let's see what she says.
船の絵がいいです。リボンもつけてください。
船の絵がいいです。船の絵がいいです。So 船の絵, the picture of the boats, がいいです. Would be good, is good, would be nice, is nice. So the picture of the boats is nice. Then she continues on with リボンもつけてください. Once again, we have a てください, つけてください. てください is please do for me. And, that's right. てください is please do for me. The verb is つける, which is to affix, and リボンも as well. Please, please affix, please put on a ribbon as well. No N4 grammar there. This should all be N5 stuff. The man continues. Did I just cut it off? Here we go.
はい。細いのと太いのがありますが、どちらにしますか？
Okay, so this guy is very needy. He is asking way too many questions for a store clerk, and it's annoying, to be quite frank. Hi, yeah, no problem. Hi, I understand. Hosoi no to. So this is interesting. This is where we're encountering this no, like we saw in no dead. Remember when I gave that long explanation for no dead that seemed like it was just dragging on, and half of you were like, I already know what no dead means. It means because. Brr, Evan, shut up. You're talking too much. I want to draw... If you thought that this no right here is pretty much the same no as this no right here. So if you are familiar with this no, but you're confused about this, and this no is also basically the same thing that's happening right here. Remember I told you that a verbal can go before a noun? And I told you that we modify the noun in some way with that verbal. Here it's an actual verb. Well, another form of verbal is the no and an e adjective. So here we have a noun, which is this no particle that nounifies something. We basically treat it like the one. Like, when you say the fat one or the big one or the small one? That feeling of one is what this no particle is doing. Or it's not really is it a particle? I don't really... It's like a word, but it's not. Anyway, this no right here is operating like a noun, and it just means like the something one. And here we have hosoi no. So hosoi is thin. So we're modifying the one by thin, the thin one. Okay, so here we have kami, which is paper, and we're modifying it by tsumu, the paper that wraps, the paper that we wrap, the paper that we use to wrap. And then here the same way, this is like the word the one. So this is like the okurimono na no de. This, the one up here, I was trying to communicate is the idea of like, it is the situation. The one that we're talking about is the situation that we find ourselves in. So we're modifying the one that we're talking about being a gift that we're going to be sending. So it's like okurimono na no de. So being that it is an okurimono, is the same thing as a tsutsumu kami, which is the same thing as a hosoi no, which is the same thing as what we're about to see as a futoi no, a fat one, or a thick one maybe. Thick and fat. Hosoi no, thin. All right, so hosoi no to, once again we have this to part pattern. Hosoi no to, futoi no ga arimasu. We don't really need that second to here. It works much more with these dochira styles up here. There are rules for that, but honestly, it's not that important. Like I said earlier, leaving this off is all right. Hosoi no to futoi no ga arimasu ga. So, okay, so we have arimasu. We have thick ones, and so the reason why we don't need the second to here is because these are the subjects, which is what this ga particle is doing. So instead of this to, we have a ga particle. The thin one and the thick one, ga arimasu. There are both thick and thin ones. This ga right here is saying, but dochira ni shimasu ka? Okay, so this is interesting. We have dochira, a question of which one. Ni. So, like I told you earlier, this is you're beginning to see patterns that you didn't. Okay, so when you see dochira ni shimasu ka, you're gonna learn this in a textbook as just which one should I choose, and that's totally fine. I'm going to try to throw more information at you to link things together, to symbolize them, to synergize them, to bring them together. Remember I told you that kirei ni, right up here, kirei ni turns kirei na, which is a nominal. Kirei na is a na adjective, it's a nominal. Kirei, it turns it into an adverb, and it's describing tsutsumu, tsutsунde kudasai, or kuremasu. So please wrap it cleanly, carefully, prettily. This is kind of the same thing that's happening. Dochira is a nominal, and we have a ni, and it's going into a verb, don't we? So this is kind of like, I shall do witchily. I shall do whichly? Since it's a question. I shall do whichly. It sounds dumb, but the overarching theme is that we have the verb shimasu, and it's being modified by dochira to an extent. It's not a dochira ga shimasu, dochira o shimasu. It's neither of those. I have a thick one and a thin one, but which one should I choose? How should I make it? Which one should I choose? That's one way to think about it. The way that you're going to see it in a textbook is noun plus ni shimasu is to choose the noun. You're going to choose between numerous options. And so if you say, I don't know, hon ni shimasu, it's going to be, hey, let's do the book. Or if you say pizza ni shimasu, let's do pizza. That sort of a feeling. Which one should I do? Which one should I choose? I have the thin one and the thick one, but which one should I use? Once again, this guy's asking too many questions, but we're getting grammar out of it, so let's keep on trucking. How are we doing on visual? Okay, we can see this. Okay, great. The sentences are so long that it makes the font small if I try to fit it all in. So anyway, here we go. Here's the next one. So, どちらにしますか?
そうですね。細いのにします。
わかりました。
Oh, okay, so そうですね. That's her thinking. 細いのにします. So we have a mix of the adverb, verbals going into the no. So the thin one plus the grammar over here that we saw was ni shimasu. So I will do the thin one. If that that's an inappropriate joke that I shouldn't make. I'll do the thin one, the woman said. Okay, so hosoi no ni shimasu. So this no ni right here, those two, this no and that ni, it might be better to think of them as not being connected. It would be a lot easier to think of it as hosoi no, and then you're going to say ni shimasu. So I will choose the thin one, but you could think of it as hosoi no as a noun, the thin one ni shimasu. I will do thinly. I would do thinwanly. So once again, grammar in Japanese is different than grammar in English. He says, wakarimashita, I got you, but polite. So he says, I understood what you have said. And he goes,
では、少しお待ちください。
So he says, 少しお待ちください. Okay, so this ending, omachi kudasai, we have an o plus machi plus a verb stem plus kudasai, which is a very polite way of saying, please do the verb. 少し, a little bit, omachi kudasai, please wait. Okay, great. So no new grammar there. Then oh my goodness, sorry, I'm making you feel drunk. Here we go. The question finally is, it's going to go bing.
"店の人は何を使って絵本を包みますか?"
Mise no hito wa nani o tsukatte? The clerk is going to using what? Ehon o tsumimasu ka? Using what will he wrap the picture book? Basically is what the question is. All right, that was a long one. Let's look at the possible answers. All right, so we have a, I, u, e. And we have you see, e is the thick ribbon, u is the thin ribbon, e is the hana no e, and a is the hune no e. If I remember correctly, she said the fune no e and the thin one, so it should be a and u. I think number one is the correct answer. Did the script bear that out? Did she say hosoi no and the fune no? Yeah, great. So I was right. A and u are the correct answer. Let's listen to that one more time. I will leave the script up and try to highlight along. If you don't want the script, then close your eyes and listen. That way we'll save some time. Here we go. We were at 2:31, I believe. No, 2:30 something or other is where it begins. Here we go. I'll turn off my mic.
1番
本屋で店の人と女の人が話しています。店の人は何を使って絵本を包みますか？
いらっしゃいませ。
この絵本をください。贈り物なので、きれいに包んでくれませんか？
はい。包む紙は2種類あります。こちらの船の絵と花の絵とどちらがいいでしょうか？
船の絵がいいです。リボンもつけてください。
はい。細いのと太いのがありますが、どちらにしますか？
そうですね。細いのにします。
わかりました。では、少しお待ちください。
店の人は何を使って絵本を包みますか？
Perfect. Hopefully you don't have any questions. If you do, keep listening. Keep listening over and over again until you get it. I hope that helps. Have yourselves a great day. This is a long video. Peace out.